in situations of divorce or marital breakdown or marital problems, you must focus on yourself. And man, I don't want to know about the bear managing. What do you want? Then we go ahead and we do it. Because it is what you want, and the better court, and you're not court a grant and not how the man will feel near the other. I wish this matter had come up before Lumba had died. Because in my man, my imagine say, boom, ba na ma ware Mumbu, moye no ma mo ne omanyi ama mo nyama bo kokra ne mbrewa no. Na penitoto, no run the dross. No, now come on. Can't men help these young girls without sleeping with them? Can't they do that? Me they say no status on me, but didn't come on now. You say sex, no. Now it's also a bad man. Who nim yansa? What do you say? Yes, let me hear no afo. Me den check say come obi bia wo hwe me Sunday. And that said the although Bruni asem na pese me de start. Yes. And then they said that format be today I'm struggling to put the camera in front of me and talk. Yes, I'm struggling very hard. But this is my passion. In fact, there are two things that I wanted to do. I've been looking for help everywhere. I've been looking for help. To have a platform like this and educate people. Media houses, whatever. Recently, they say Kumasi Kramiko. You know, brother came back as a sick person. Kumasi said, "Semi kwa dem dia shada came the right time. It be Hey, Merohinawa. So there are two things I want to do: have this thing that I'm doing, and also have my book. Yes, have this book to the world, give it out, publish it, whatever, sell it, do whatever I have to do. And also help people going through abuse. That's one, I call it training. Whichever way you want to do it is training. And it's 200 sorry, 2,000 cedis. If you need me for anything, it is 2,000 Ghana cedis. Say training for legal whatever services. That is my consultation fee. Yes. Now you person a programmer, so all you need to do is say no place order of my books at only 50 Ghana cedis. Maybe a program a mass for pastors and their wives or university students or whatever without the book or mbeko for group. I can't come and have a program without a book. Si some way 100, I'm be please order. More 500, I'm be please order. One is just 550 cities, and then that's a hit. Oh, but so sponsor me, kola books and me flyers near there, so I find stop defilement. We me chema Ghana for you na drop stations for no net taxi for no more hear me pass say e be prevent you from going to jail to help we I hear me say me child will be a 25 years jail term. Akola no so ne nada no so say in life. And a flyer no say they 10 million copies. It's a magazine politician be anime be duma obi tua meka. Obi invest in this. Mama family ko ye campaign ma mo na munya power na mo yi money. Inti no. When so be print bibiri stop saying no. Yes. And if any say child abuse and neglect and also inti no. Training manual is just 50 cedis, but if you need me one-on-one for training, for counseling, for everything, it's 2,000 cedis. It's the only way you can get access to me is through this. Either you're donating or you want to engage me to train you or to provide legal services. Yes, the consultation fee is not legal services. Legal services, so called the scale of fees, Ghana Bar Association approve you. 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 30,000 going on. Yes. I'm a divorce lawyer. Yes, I love the divorce. I do everything, but I love divorce. So, if Odobroni was never married, or even if she was married, if they are not Papa ne warena, na se Papa ni ja. The only problem here is that Papa when Jani rena, then everything that's on it Obani ye, side check ni it's Yamra. Yes. And then him was sick, bra we are in an era who are you soon. Imi say me pen upe lumba num saying me. You bet you what me I didn't really have a use for Lumba's song until I had my marital problems when I went to visit because Sami Puma car now or the maximum no more be at me so bo or 2 or 3 and son na mebusian for a Mrs. T. Mebusian 40 so I won't be no background. Na third child was the second child was the normal my Christian and nay wedding was a day. You know, I never knew. We never knew. It is if somebody answer Kusia say, "Wow, I am padia." Say a lumba or 5 is the number meaning puni. And among family members and someone can't show that. Our way, apparently, I'm a person free crowd. Yes, all my free. I had to become a lawyer to file my own divorce. Look at the agony that I've been through. Me say me wo eyi bi a surviving abuse through law and psychology. I have been able to liberate myself with the law and psychology. So when I book where I'm out, me na me will book bi say wa. Me nya sure san ka met see baby sir. That is why this book, me nya challenge this baby or this book, but nyame asem di. I survived abuse with law and psychology. Or before you go into it, I want you to have the knowledge. Surviving abuse. I'm putting my abuse stories together and I'll unleash them to the public. But I love the knowledge. Me, to say no, we are why usu me a me and me representing me have me crown for lawyer. And I say it will depend. Sometimes I will even just want the people to go to court and have their judgments. Go and have your judgments. That is all. Yes. But the case that I have been sued, no. Yes. And only day. Maybe I made no. I know yes, we could have also allowed the person to have his judgment, but I needed to prove a point. Because there are too many. That led me to read on psychology of abuse. Because I needed answers. It led me to read this. And when I got this knowledge, wow, then I produced this book. Now, me come baby na me challenge. I mean, him say, no, I don't need anybody for anything. I don't need anybody for anything. And I'm a ring light, you know, people be Jeffrey me some and I say, me phone no. And I TikTok never be Jeffrey me some. Send I do Facebook, Instagram, Jeffrey me some. Me imagine I say me Costa app no so. Yes, so the long and the short is that I fortified myself with knowledge. This book is only 50 cedis for my mass production or events and all that. But if you want me to help you, it is 2,000 with everything that you need to know. When you go through deep pain, we shouldn't blame Auntie Akosua Sewa. No. It's not easy to go through any form of yaudie, where your husband will have 5 children or 6 with another woman, while still married to you. Still married to you. And the men expect you, the woman, to go and have the divorce. No. I've seen a lot of women who said, no, they are not having a divorce. It's all bear man, over 30 I'll be. But it is, then we should initiate it and be free. And men man on me a divorce, I am a man on me cause concubinage. They force them to have the divorce. What you mean to say you are saying for pain? Because when you go through that kind of pain, you experience mutism. You are unable to talk. That the the pain either comes out as tears or as anger. So you have a lot of angry emotions. Now I'll share the different types of anger in my book. You understand hidden anger, suppressed anger, repressed anger. Anger ni be book ni rage any de kaka. And I was happy when I learned about hidden anger. And then the anger will also, now you have to deal with the trauma. There are so many types of traumas. There are so many. In any post traumatic stress disorder, we even have complex trauma. We have other ways. I will be booking. I will take time. I want to get access to the live. Then I will be having direct interactions with people, going through all sort of abuse. Yes, I've survived abuse, and it looks like Lumba some to me Jaika because in some ban. Some my didn't know that Papa now. Yes, I also didn't know my husband had. I'll call me no semiensa. Yes, also married to me and every married to another woman under the ordinance. Into no, bonus society our leaders must be blamed. So there was some more coin. No money, Papa for no. Say no crown, no nya sema, and if I now fanko. Because the leaders na they be come home. Omu no omo ye nyema. Omu nyina omo ne nkwala wo ne ade ti say wo de wasem okwan ifa. Wo de wasem okwan ifa. Papa na okoka wasem a kire no one obi awo. Abu obi kwasea. One innocent girl bi awo a wase na brabo. Wo a wonware no. Say as a coming do. And I in a comedy. She said, "Bema no be one next ankwasi aboni de ebe cost all the time. Who is going to solve these problems? Unless you say asamaba. So if your ba na say onukun owo ukun jawe na okofo ba fofo ne ye nyema te sa warefo a say if you the woman you don't take any action at all, then they will continue to do what they are doing. He said, "Many situations, I didn't take any action against the man. I just went to court and filed my divorce." Yes. So the women sometimes have to go ahead and file the divorce. Not the BCBNC. To say Lumba KC. Because the man doesn't care about you. So go ahead, dissolve the marriage and share the properties. Then you can move on with your life. Instead of having your life stayed. Or life for no one manner stands still because of a toxic marriage. Because you are protecting your husband. Meanwhile, the man doesn't love you. So why do you have to think about him? In situations of divorce or marital breakdown or marital problems, you must focus on yourself. And man, I don't want to know about the man. What do you want? Then we go ahead and we do it. Because it is what you want, and they better court, and you're not court a grant. And not how the man will feel near the other. I wish this matter had come up before Lumba had died. Because in my man, my imagine say, "Mumba na ma ware man. Mumbu mo yere no ma mo ne o manyi ama mo nyama bo kokra ne mbrewa no. Na penitoto no run the dross. No na akola ketekete come on. Can't men help these young girls without sleeping with them? Can't they do that? Me they say no status on me be didn't come on now and say sex na no. Now it's also a man who nim nyansa. What you say? Only me ye business, let's go ahead and do our business. Don't mix the sex. Makaja say me say I've been through several types of abuse except physical abuse. And when I mean who so be the nessa bomb or whatever, no. We are when these things we are discussing these things, we are talking about sexual relationships. It's only will be a what impact not I've been through the area of sexual violence. Then I can talk about what I experienced. Yes. Say be makrade ni phone be chow video. When you away. We are sign you sign that threatening you to publish it. Yes. All these are criminal offenses. Makase be able to me it motivates me to read on the law and psychology. What is the legal position? Bro, be the only thing is any can be denied. I've seen cowards, mema who for Jimmy from Bema. Why are they never no be power chon, no justify kofa, or no sika kofa lawyer, justify. Inti no maka say maybe your case visa or court. Inti no, the men are doing it. They are recording the girls near their day. Now they'll tell the bear who be sending BBA. No, they go any mass. Or worry wa brooch, your man wa brooch, only video call, send a DB recording. And also many as I cases visa, and easy. So big threaten will say or be public. It's not easy to publish your nudity. Mrs. Surviving Merohinowa, surviving abuse, becoming Merohinowa, becoming this strong person. It is this knowledge. I'm putting it together. A comprehensive book as a training manual because this knowledge, I went through pain to get it and sleepless nights. For 6 months non-stop, not me here Juma, day and night. Make Daka Krabi, now my son back to research type. I've been through the pains to get the knowledge. That is the only option, even in my sickness, because there are too many, it broke me down, it shuts down my. Like I said, in all cases of abuse, it will lead you to both physical and mental health issues. The physical will know BP. BP no one treating a cocker crabby pet or kuma. And when you get to that stage in the night, oh, if anything, and no, now tertiary prevention. And tertiary prevention is death. You are preventing death. That is the only thing. But when it is at the secondary prevention, which a lot of people are in that situation, more secondary prevention, the stage where you can come out, get out of the situation. The secondary, you prevent the progression of whatever you're going through, the toxic situation that you're going to prevent it. There's nothing like managing abuse. You can't, no. You can't say, oh, no. Because your level of your stress, will be too much for you, heart and so Philip and not kidney, so they know about the gym. And easy. There are other physical ways, and so blood, so I went into this 2025 day my area because me case na ne court no cry. Me lawyers as an my body shuts down. Na me Kumasi for so no my name be so to me Kumasi shut down. And I have seen hell. 2025 I saw hell. The 6 yare 2025. And when I'm talking about abuse, I know what I am talking about. Yes. Unfortunately, I can't sell one book event. If you're unable to do any event this year, we do it for next year, February. Yes, I'll do a lot. But as for TikTok, I'll use TikTok to do the education. And then the flyers and so sponsor me. Now I check. And also, it's a lot of work. Distribution. You money in that form. I have to go to Kipus and distribute flyers. It has been pending, even my Kumasi event. Now me go Kumasi, they pushing me to talk show, blah blah blah. Fade, send be free. Now go to Kumasi. Say nipa be free. Now mundi omuni. Establishment be no mundi omuni. Come go check me flyers. And then I'm a real crowd. Where they say that, then they, I'll talk about that. There are portions of certain things I've been through that I've not fully healed, or even if I feel that, and shut that can because if you always say people, if you now use this same medium to fix that problem. Because you want to me no. I can't take me through hell to do something. Now I ain't saying be breathe. I should have on a special episode and address that issue. Yes. So the different types of abuse, first you need to identify the kind of abuse you are in. the woman, nobody can help you because they are all acts of violence. All those things. Yes, type now. Then we can use the law to fix the problem. Then you have to understand the psychological implications. Science will exhibit depressive moods and accident. Bipolar, borderline personality disorder, whatever. And I say, nipa no ye or sad no crano. Disorder ben or she said, Ninyama sanity. What you say? Some verbal abuse, we have silent treatment where the person will not talk to you. You live, I have had a case where somebody live, say 40 years, 20 years, never no abscess or dances, someone casa. Silent treatment. You are damaging your brains if you allow yourself to be in that kind of toxic relationship or marriage. Leave. And say, no, let's talk about divorce. The issue of divorce is a silent area. People will do anything at all, but will decide not to have a divorce. Papa bi amne ne din komo so ne mamne ne papa had a nasty divorce intino. Ono na ware na aye basa no. Obema na hangisa. But he doesn't know that he's torturing his wife. And man, this episode is for you. Do not get stuck in any toxic marriage. Leave. Na se wa ware so na se early na se unya signs of a yina. Don't stay in and damage your brains. And I say ubenya yare. Because many mba bebre adelia omo. Na me last time me ko na me book no 2023 na me nya frustration sin ade me call Kantanka TV na me call come asem na me swin na me lady ba kon wu a ne problem no it's they be I'm talking to her now I had to just arrange and meet her because sometimes you know yen mo say ndima we no me tie nsem ni bi okwa na bo mato ntim na me si me arrange na me meet lady no after 1 week maintain nkan because I'm always sending me motivation be them nti a week no na ya sending me the poster wow. Why do you have to stay in it now that the young pieball come back do all those things? Live and have a happy life. Just live, even if you not live, have a good separation where you are on your own. You are happy on your own. And let's say, oh, near dream beer, and I feel no dream bear man. Because in bear man, they will not dissolve the marriage. That is the saddest part of it. What is all your post office? But please, if you are listening to me, you should your bar file a divorce. And yes, start in that toxic marriage. Because your family members will not advise you to have a divorce. Your pastor will not advise you. But because when I left my marriage, finally, it turns out you start with the brains. Make a decision that you are leaving, and then or you have left. Then you can take steps and do the legal stuff. Yes, me free moon. Then I started getting better. Because then biano na me yare. There's no glory getting stuck in the toxic marriage and praying over it all the time. Now, of course, I know you see there's a legal provision. Have a divorce. The divorce procedure, go through it and be free. Sometimes you have to solve the problem once and for all. Mama of 65 years, now the best at 20 or 30 years or 40 years at now toxic marriage. Now it's a walk around a buying one bit when you're managing. Like I said, I'm a problem. Now we took 10 steps, 8 or 9, you are thinking about the problem. And if you are general, you will be on a BP, a bema heart, a bema eye. It is a yarene baby basa. Nobody will advise you to have a divorce. One cousin is so say, ya Sade, I must to enjeme. Me to Sade na enjeme, ya me to chinu. You go country, be semana, ujarena semana na okay cow. I don't need to tell somebody that I want to have a divorce. I'll just throw the soap or the pomade away. That is how divorce is. It is if you are at that point where you can't make a decision, please go to any lawyer, go to any law firm, have a discussion. Mimi say, I have a way of doing all the divorce. A big case to pass an idea for court. Because I'll advise you on the right thing to do. Oshana said, fighting of property, maybe obstacles are. You make a decision before you take steps. Because what you need is for you to be liberated. Liberate yourself from the shackles of misery. And Shemusa now wanted to, just like I have been saying, the only thing that saved me is law. My knowledge on law and psychology. And then I equip me, I'm so empowered to even do all the things I'm doing. Because right after law school, I realized that I had become addicted to reading. I couldn't stop. She said, "Me books to talk and I'm because I was a problem. So then I embarked on reading. So reading everything that I've written about, whatever, I have so many books. But I want to focus on the abuse now. It's as a result of my problems. Then I went more into research, because sometimes you want to know. You just want to know. Then all of a sudden, there were other competitors. That is always the case. But the other man the chance ni mo no about brabo. No, now we struggle, now we shakwala. Akwala also grow up and also see the kind of man that you were married to. And the child, the man is exhibiting a toxic man who says because he's still fighting the mother. You know, a man be your grandma every week you spending 700 with proof on the back. No be man no wow. If you grandpa hospital na oba no wo ya yare for na be man pa. Na wa jira. No, I just disabled child. My topics in the doors, but single mother would never say it's not easy. So please do yourself a favor and get out of any toxic marriage. Be a woman. And all your banswa. And yes, say the papa no one any problem to the or my way. Won't cost you grade 100. The grade 1,000 so also no your concubine some beman or banner no bedana sikebi na oji fine but ono be war so no person on any war can we say problem no dey bi be so a ntumi solve unless it's no settle amount down amount whatever you need. Yes, but say we are concubine now what to atena be ma so woman won in a matrimonial home. I only saw our Gucci. Now, no, you don't have sense. What I say? In my man class, we are Pasiana, we should have a limit. Yes, it's no musa, na ya bibia basa. Imagine somebody like me that I know the law, and somebody also come into my life, also knowing the law, would do everything to convince me to marry him. When in fact the person on himself or sometimes I just say nipa kono wa bodam. And I mean so say if I had also agreed and now my boxing me ho a nipa kono wa ordinance marriage na me small come on. If these things are sick things. Jimmy for me, mommy who said Americano. But manipulators will do everything to get you there. To avoid, you need to know about these signs of abuse. Because the manipulation and all those things, dating psychopaths and narcissists, it will be very difficult. And obion to me, yaka deal. Unless you also need something from them, or you are in a bondage with the person. There's no way send them a number going to be to me just yamada yaka yaka there just like that. And most of these instances, it is a sexual relationship. Into no, you need something from the man. Into nipa no manipulate you. Woman, na awawa was 6. I was 6. I come here in a do. And I go back on it. They hold you up on the way. You got that for they said be 3 months. You don't need let you trust. You got that now on for 1 year. Hey. Inti no, the lawyer very no afo. With the manuasi, the episode. This is the set production. With the manuasi. Yes, I have survived abuse by law and psychology. By seeking knowledge on law and psychology, and that is why I want this book to be everywhere. Inti no, we have organize our programs. Who person will sponsor me? Please call me and sponsor me. There's no way I can reach out to people who want to sponsor me. If you want to be part of this project, call me. Yes, thank you very much.